Hi everybody, Ben here from Art Less Ordinary. So, I was trying to think of what to do and I thought I would do a kiss pour, but then I decided I wanted to do on a long canvas. So I thought, what if I do a couple of kiss pours over the top of a black base and see how that turns out. So I've got my black here, which is marte acrylic. And that is 70 grams paint, 140 grams floetrol, and 21 grams water. So that I'm going to coat the whole base with. Then I've got medium yellow, crimson, raw umber, burnt sienna, and yellow ochre. They're all mont, and they are 20 grams paint, 40 grams floetrol, and 6 grams water. And then I also have, where is it over here? Decoart Americana Decor Metallics in old gold. So I've got that one. So then I get some pearls or cells come up in it. And I thought the gold colour will mix well with all of these. So virtually I'm going to be doing the kiss pour. So I might actually mix up the cups now to make it easier. So I'm going to do 3 kisses over the black. So I kind of have a mixture there. So let me just think which way I'm going to do this. Which colour. That in that side, that in that side. I might do that one in that one in that one. And I'll put a little bit of the raw in both and a bit of the gold in both. So I'm just going to pour these in. So I used most of the paint, but there's a little bit left over. So I don't want to pour this in to these cups too heavy and make it too much of a dirty pour. But at the same time, I'm not exactly layering it like I would if I was doing a flip cup. And don't put as much, well, I'm not putting as much of the darker colour in because I'm going to be using that in both sides. Come on, drip. And I had to sift this through a strainer because it was quite lumpy. It's always given me a little bit of hassle, that one. And same with the deco art. I'm not adding a lot. Just want it to kind of create some cells. Yeah, so that dark colours always give me a little bit of hassle. It's always just been a little bit heavy and not so thin. So I decided to try and sift it this time, and I'm really, really glad I did. I think because it's not a popular colour, or it's not used as often, I think that it's just an older cup, like an older batch. So I know these cups aren't overly full with paint. Okay, now these ones. Pardon me. So by doing the kiss pour, these colours will kind of kiss, this side will kiss with that side and kind of give me an assortment of colours, but they're still going to be quite earthy in there. They'll be a little bit earthy because they're all kind of in that yellow, red, brown tones. And I really have no idea how this is going to turn out. I just thought it'd be fun and might look cool. Pardon me. And if you don't want to watch this part, you can always skip ahead. So kiss pours are fun, but they can also be a little bit challenging too. You've got to kind of hold the cups the right way when you're doing the actual kiss part. Alright, last bit. Alright, so that's those done. So now I'm just going to set them aside. And now I've just got to coat this canvas in the black. So give it a good stir. So this is mostly just something for the paint to glide over, but it will also create some of the negative space behind the kisses, because they won't be able to touch each other perfectly. Okay, I'm just going to have to grab all of these cups and get them out my way. Just for now. Okay, there we go, out the way. Now I'm just going to get my palette knife and coat the canvas. Mostly I want the edges done. So I often do this off camera, but I'm going to do this on camera because I haven't actually done this pour before. So this way people can actually see how it's done. So all I'm really doing is just trying to coat and have a layer of paint across the whole canvas. And I like to coat the sides because I don't know how much I'm going to be able to tilt off, for the simple fact that I don't want to lose too much of the pattern by having to tilt off the edge. So if you coat the canvas beforehand, then there's actually colour there, so you don't have to go all the way over the edge if you don't want to. Sorry if this is time consuming and you're not interested in seeing it, but there is a fast forward button, or I just want it to allow everyone to see how it's done completely, including my big head that's probably in the way right now. So I really do miss not painting as much at the moment. I'm hoping to get back into painting quite regularly again. Sometimes you just end up getting a little bit too busy and you don't get to it. Okay. So I know it sounds rough sometimes when I'm putting paint on the canvas, but it's actually not. I'm quite gentle. It's just the sound it makes, and the camera picks it up quite well. Nearly there. Whoops, that was a bit extra paint. Okay, so now I'm just going to coat the canvas to the edges. I'm not really pushing much over the edge, I'm just kind of coating it. Some parts it's going over a little bit. Because this is the first time I'm doing it, I don't know if I've got too much of paint. I've actually got a fair bit of black as a base, so probably didn't have to do as much as I've got here, but that's okay. As they say, better to have more than not enough. Okay, that's that. I'm going to put my palette knife there. Clean it off now while it's wet. Makes cleaning so much easier in the long run. Alright, I'm going to put gloves on because I'm already getting paint everywhere. Alright, double check that it's still recording. It looks like it. So what we're going to do now is 1 cup from each of those 2 that I did. And then we're going to just do a kiss. So watch your cups, not the canvas, okay? Okay. You never get everything out of the cups when you do a kiss pour. Cool. That's looking good. Now, this side. And now the last one. These are looking pretty cool. Okay. As you can see, it can be a little bit difficult, but I'm getting really cool cells. So I'm getting cells come up. That's why I use the decor art in there, because I might have got cells anyway, but I wasn't sure. So I thought, at least if I use the decor art, I know I'll get some sort of cells, pearls, something to give me some effects. So now I'm just popping bubbles. Awesome. I can see some really cool patterning coming in. So I probably don't have to do a lot of tilting, but I got to at least make it so it's just not 3 circles. So just going to move it one way. But before it goes over the edge, I'm going to stop and come back. I'm just kind of going a little bit diagonal here. Now come back, and I'm going to stretch it down. It's going over a little bit. Stretch it back this way. Come back. Once the paint's more closer to the middle, then I'm going to go up down to this corner. Doesn't have to go completely over the corners. That's why we put paint on things. I'm coming down to this end. Alright, that's gone over. Now I'm stretching it out a bit more. Might come down here a little bit further. Bring it back. So I ended up getting one quite heavy dark black line and one not so heavy dark line. But that's okay. I do want to get a little bit more off this corner down the bottom. And then bring it back. Now I'm not sure how much more I can tilt this. I want to lose a little bit more of that heavier line, if I can. So it's hard. You start tilting it too much and you can lose too much of your picture. So I'm going to bring it back this way a little bit more. And I might leave it as that. I'm liking it a lot. One thing I have noticed is in one section right here where the yellow and the black are near each other, I do have a slight green tone. So that's what happens sometimes when the yellows and the blacks react with each other. But that's okay. It's not much and it's not really distracting from the picture too much. Now I am going to torch a little bit. Okay, now I am really enjoying this. I am just going to, trying to find a spot where I've got some plain black. That just looked a little bit light on that edge, which would have been fine when it dried, but I just wanted to make sure that I had some there. There will be a little bit more black right here. And I can just touch it on the edge and let it run down by itself. Alright, scrape that. Now I am going to scrape the edges, stop any more paint running off. So I am getting some paint reactions with the black and the colours. More so on the edges. I'm getting kind of like black cells in a way. Just running my knife down. And I am getting a few pearls too. I can see some gold pearls starting to appear in some spots here and on the edge, more so where the paint is getting pulled over or where I've stretched it more than other spots, but that's about it. I've got some really nice cool reactions. I've got nice, like the lacing that you get when you do the kisses, bright yellow, the red. It goes down over here. You can definitely see I've got red more on this side and a different color there. And over here, beautiful kind of partition, but it's not solid, it's kind of mixed. And then here where the gold is, it's kind of gone a little bit like a lacing. So I'm quite liking this. I think this is something I'm going to have to do again, slightly differently again. And maybe try to make sure that I get similar negative spaces in between. So I don't have one that's like super thin and this one over here is a little bit more wider. But that's just something you pick up once you've done it once and then you go, that's something I will make sure I look into next time I do it. It's hard because when you do a kiss pour, you're watching your cups, you're not watching the canvas. So you're not always seeing what's hitting the canvas. You're too busy watching the cups to make sure they're actually kissing properly. So, how does it look? I think that looks all right. Well, I don't think it's going to change too much. I may get a couple more little pearls or cells come up on the edge, but not much in the middle of the artwork, I don't think. So, I'm going to bring you down for a close-up. Pausing it. Alright, there we go. Let me see if I can turn off the light. Get a bit more of a true representation without these big circles in the way. The colours aren't 100% in the camera compared to what they are on the canvas, but they're pretty close. It's actually more highlighting that green line a little bit more in the camera than it is actually on the canvas, but I think that looks pretty cool. I'm really pleased with how this has turned out. I probably just would have liked a little bit more of a black line like this one over here, where this one here is, because that's actually getting thinner and thinner because the paints are pushing towards it and kind of closing that gap, when over here they're doing it a little bit but not so much. But this was fun. This was super fun to do. Let's get some... See, you got nice cool effects. See, I'm still getting reflection. Nice cool effects where the kisses are. Here's a couple of pearls that are starting to come up. So I don't have to use the extreme sheen, I mean the deco art. I just decided to put it in there to see what other effects I would get. But it is all through here. This gold here is the deco art. So you will actually see that being quite shimmery and shiny. But look at all that cool like patterning that's coming through. Awesome. So, I hope you guys like this. So let me know what you think. And like normal, comment, like, share the video, and subscribe if you have not already. Just hit the bell and click all and watch what you like. I've got more videos coming up. I'm trying to do them a bit more regularly, so we'll see how that goes. And yeah, have fun, enjoy an evening, and I'll see you soon for another pour. Okay, bye.